Welcome to DayZ. A lot of players since Sakhal was released have been dying on the coast, and they haven't even really got to explore inland. So today, I'm going to give you an easy to follow loot path to get you geared up and ready to fight the endgame. Thank you guys all for watching, and I hope you enjoy. This first loot run is going to happen from Norohopo, and this is a location that we can actually navigate to so long as we can see the volcano. So if you're on the coast and you're looking up like inland, and to the right is the volcano, this is going to be the loot path for you. All right, you're going to walk on the road or down the coastline until you see Norohopo, and then you're going to come through here. You're going to loot all of the houses, right? We're not going to just creep on through and skip all this. And then when we get to this dirt road, there's only one dirt road that heads out of the city, so it makes it really simple for us. We're going to head inland. It's important that we're looting all the houses here. Something I always recommend too is once you get to like the halfway point of a house away from the coast, these houses tend to be even better loot because people are frequenting down here. They're fishing, they're making fires here, and then they're continuing on to the next town. People seldom want to travel inland. So these houses, as you get more separated from the coastline, actually become more fruitful. In my experience so far, at least that's unofficial. But we're going to keep heading down this road here. We're going to stay on the main dirt road. So that one breaks off and goes to that house, and we can loot that too. But we're going to stay. So we're not going to turn left again. We're going to stay on the dirt road. And what's going to happen is it's going to transition into this little dirt path. And what we all know is that when you see these little dirt paths, right, we're going to a spring. So we keep going up here. We found ourselves a spring. Boom, son. Now, normally, I would recommend that you fill your stomach and then you wait and you fill your stomach again. The beautiful thing about this loot run is once I get you to go inland, you're going to run into another well, or another spring, sorry, almost immediately. So you don't have to spend all that extra time filling up here, filling up here, filling up here, filling up here, and then going out, right? But once we are finished drinking, we're going to use this fence as like marker, and we're going to take it this way. And once that fence ends, we're riding up into the inland. And we're going to ride through the valley here. I don't like going up on top just because with more elevation comes colder climate. So if we stay in the low ground here, we're kind of securing a little bit more warmth for ourselves, right? Extending that heat buff. But normally what's going to happen is you're going to get right about here or something, and your heat buff is going to wear out. Something I like doing is before I continue this trek, I'll come up here, I'll make myself a little fireplace in the woods, and then I'll keep going up. And now it's pretty straightforward. You're going to keep going till you crest the hill. So till we get to the top of the mountainside here. And we're going to be equal with the volcano. So the volcano's on that side, and we are just going to go left over this side. So right as we crest the hill here, we're just going to look at the volcano, put it to our back, and we're going to run. And here we have Scientist Refuge. So I don't really know what the name is. They don't have a name per se, but it is a scientist facility. So science lab, science military, scientist refuge, whatever you'd like. What you're going to find here, most importantly, in my opinion, is a plate carrier. But alongside this, you're going to find a lot of high insulation winter gear. Boom, I got pants now. Boom, I got a backpack. I got food as well. And keep in mind, this is vanilla on a server that has like 10 people on it right now. SKS, baby. We geared up. 1911. You're going to loot through these guys. You're going to find some medical gear. But like I said, most importantly, you're going to find military zombies normally over here. They haven't spawned yet because my character wasn't here. So let me actually go over here. When they spawn in, we'll go over something with them. But when you're up here, you're just going to loot through everything. It's important also to note that these little pods, if you will, these have a lore-based item or a mission-based item for Sakhal. And if you come in here, you can find these scientist briefcase keys. And you're going to need one pair of these. And you can find them in a couple different locations on the map. Mostly around the volcano. But you're going to grab that guy. And let me see if these zombies spawned yet. So just something to note. While you're coming up, medical zombies populate on this side in between the volcano and you. These will all be medical zombies. And military zombies will actually spawn on the opposite side. So they're going to spawn over here by the helicopter. I'm pretty sure it works that way. But as we come through here and we kind of finish looting, make sure to hit, by the way, make sure to hit all of these outside like checkpoints. These also have loot in them, particularly this one and this guy. They just always provide me fruit. This dude over here too, which is right behind the helicopter. Another SK right there. We got a combat optic, and we got a holster for the plate carrier we're gonna find. But yeah, so here we go. The zombie spawned in. We have a backpack if you didn't find one inside, and a plate carrier right there. And the reason why a plate carrier in particular is so important on Sakhal is because it is going to have the best initial. Ooh, come here, boy. Oh, he doesn't. Oh, that's right. I have ignored by creatures on. It's because it's going to have the highest insulation value. So it's a damaged plate carrier, and it has high insulation value. That is super valuable. All right, so as we finish here, what we're going to do, we are going to come to this checkpoint closest to the volcano. You see? It's on the way out here. It's like the entrance. And we are going to put ourselves at a right angle. So we're going to look with our right side on this little cardboard box, and we are going to go straight. Because if we look out here, you're not going to see any civilian buildings. Like there's nothing here, right? There's nada. So what we're going to do, once we get to this spot right here, we're going to look straight, and we're just going to go. And you'll probably need to make a fire. And the cool thing about this location right here, as you can see, these trees are super dense. So you have an opportunity to find a location where you can make a fire and probably not be seen, right? The trees are a little bit too densely populated here. But we're just going to continue. And something that I think will help a lot of people not get lost in the woods is when you get down here, kind of aim yourself. So as we're walking off here, I would check and I'd be like, okay, I could see the clearing of the trees there. So I would aim myself like towards that. And then when I get to this clearing here, I'm just going to ride this tree line. Beep, 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 beep. Now, once we get here, we're going to see a little lake, and that's going to let you know you made it. You're just going to cross straight across this opening. And on the other side, we are going to run into a spring. So right about here, in my experience so far, is where I'm running out of hydration. I'm running out of it like right here. And the spring is just around the corner. And if you are struggling to find the spring, a good way to do it, you can just go when you come across here to this dirt road and turn left. And it will get us to the town. And then the spring break off is right here. And this town, for those of you that need to know, is Nekoropogo. Oh, zombie, sorry. Nekoropoga. But you go up here, you hit this well, and then we could go into the town and get some loot. You are pretty much inland. You have everything you need. There is a sort of pathway that you can take from here to go to another checkpoint if you didn't find armor. And I guess I should go over that. So what we're going to do is we're going to continue. We're going to loot through all this, obviously. But we're going to continue on the main road here. So that is a break off of the main road. We're going to stay on this main road over here. We're going to turn left. So we came from here. Here's our stream, just to give you guys context. We just entered the town. Nekoropoga. We're going to go, follow the main road, and we're going to turn left. And there are a lot of buildings here, so you're going to find a lot of loot. And what you're going to see in the distance here is a little radar tower. See that? As soon as you see that guy, you know you're on the right path. We're going to continue down this. We're going to go out here. And as we just continue on this snow path, we're going to run into another little compound here. So this is a great loot path because here we have a bunch of civilian loot. So if food was your problem, you're probably going to find a reindeer or some sort of animal around the area that you're going to be able to cook up, right? There are fireplaces all over the place. So it's not like there's a single house right here. And people are going to be on the hillside and looking down and they're going to be like, oh, in that single house there's a fire. No, there's a bunch of houses. And there's tree cover. I can't tell you how many times already I've been roaming through a town and then I get right here and I'm like, oh shoot, there's a fire right there. And I didn't know because it's a town, you know, I didn't get to see it from the outside looking in. So it's going to get us civilian loot here. And what we're going to do, by the way, if you ever see this is a scope store. If you ever go in here, that's by Senny MJ for those of you that know her. This is a scope store, really good store. But you're going to continue on this main road. And when we get up to this military compound up here, This is actually a police location. It doesn't look like it. Your knowledge bank of DayZ information tells you it's a military, but this is actually a police station. So I'm going to teleport here and just give you guys a little rundown of the loot here. We're going to find shotguns here. We're going to find, that's a pistol mag, right? Here, let me actually. 1911 mag, that's police gear. We got gloves, beautiful. And we have a pistol suppressor. Okay, the police out here killing people quietly. We have shotgun, boom, pistol suppressor. We will also find insulated like military gear here. Alongside that, we are going to find press vests. Ooh, look at that. Another, that's a, for those of you that don't know, that's a police rifle that shoots 5.45. And it has a scope that's stuck on it. You can't take it, or you can't change it. But you'll find a press vest here 90% of the time. Pistol with the suppressor there. Boom. There we go. Boom. And we got an ATOG optic. So a really great location, as you guys can see. I just want to show you. And also something that happens in this compound that sometimes doesn't happen in other DayZ maps is this building right here actually has loot in it. This building has loot in it. Thanks to DayZ gods. This building has loot in it. So we got a this is best insulation jacket right there. Got another vest right here. We're gonna have loot in these rooms here. We got the vest right there, best insulation. And if we go upstairs, also we're gonna find loot up here. So normally on some of the other maps, this place has struggled. I just farted. I don't know if that picked up on the mic. And you're also gonna come across wolves here, so you know what I mean. But we're at a deep part of the map now. But as the zombies populate in here, you will see that they are prison zombies. So these zombies right here, you don't want to fight, right? These guys aren't going to give you anything. And what you're going to want to fight are the police zombies like these guys. Those prison zombies, they don't give any loot. But these police zombies, they give loot and they give armor. So let's say you're playing on a really populated server. A bunch of people have ran through here and they've taken all the loot already. You are almost guaranteed still going to find yourselves a police zombie. So don't stress yourself out if you see people running through the compound. The chance that they can get all of the vests that are in the compound and take them with them are really low, right? So don't get too overwhelmed by that. But that's the loot run. If I showed you on the map, we started in Noripo here. We came down this road, followed it to that spring. We ran inland, all the way up to this hill where we went to this military compound. We angled ourselves straight down, ran through the woods. We got to the clearing. We rode the wave here, right? And then we followed this road where we ran into another spring as we came down, hit this town, and this one's hard for me. Nurkoropoka. As we got to this town, we moved in. We followed it to the left. And then we kept going till we ran into Exactnar, the little police compound. And from here, you could really go any direction. You are not center of the map, but you're in the core of the map. And it's really up to you where you go. You're probably going to have armor by now. You're going to have a police vest by now. You're probably going to have armor by now. You're probably going to have a gun by now. You're going to have potential to hunt, which is the main way that you're going to continue to get food. By the way, if you kill those wolves, don't eat their food. It's going to kill you. It's not good for you to eat that food. All right. Wolves and bears, their meat has a chance to give you poisoning, so don't do it. But yeah, that should be a good loot run for you guys. I hope this pathway kind of gives you an idea as to how to get a little more inland and get some sick loot. It's one that I've abused quite regularly now, and it's hard for my mind to get off of it because it is so prosperous. But yeah, let me know in the comments if you guys want more videos like this from different locations. I kind of have like fixed loot paths that I've been taking just from general knowing where this is or that is, and it's kind of been going really well for me. So if you guys like this kind of content, let me know in the comments. Thank you so much. Be good to each other out there, or don't.